Right, I'm shooting this without the camera light on because there's enough sunshine coming in. Hello everyone, good morning or afternoon even. It feels like morning because I've been working on this. Again, it took me hours to get that running like this. It blew a decoder. Another, what, 18, 20 quid up in smoke in seconds. I'm going to tell you what happened. Bachmann, this is a Bachmann by the way, this is a Bachmann Fairburn tank, right, I've had it a while, and the other engines are Hornby, Stania. This is devoted to Hornby and Fairburn tank engines, right. This Bachmann tank, I've had it a few years, and I used to have a Gauge Master plug and play 8-pin decoder in it, but Bachmann decided to fit metal sandpipes on their chassis, which is stupid, and they usually foul up and they're quite dangerous for shorting purposes. So on a few of my locos I've bent them out of the way to stop derailments and the like, but this derailed this morning after getting it out on this corner right there across the track sideways, caused a massive short and a puff of smoke. I knew straight away that the decoder had gone. So I thought, right, I've got to have a new policy now with these locos, especially the Bachmann ones with the metal sandpipes they put on the bottom of these chassis. Just break them off. You can't really see them, and they're more trouble than they're worth, especially if they're metal. It'd be alright if they were plastic. Hornby used plastic ones, but Bachmann have come up with this stupid idea of using metal sandpipes. So the first thing I did with it was break them off. Second thing was to take it apart, and sure enough the decoder had blown. I had a spare one off this L&Y tank, which is also out of service at the moment, so I nicked that, and then it wouldn't run, and I think the motor had suffered a bit from that voltage spike, and I had to take the motor out, completely out the cradle, and test it on DC and batteries and everything. Eventually I got it running after a bit of smoking, and it seems to have settled down, luckily, because I had a spare motor for one of these, which is here. I thought I'd ordered this off a Bachmann, spare motor for it, but it doesn't fit in the cradle. But never mind, the motor in it, I've got it running nicely, as you can see. I've rolled it up, and so far bolted it back together, taped it up. I've hardwired it as well, got rid of the what you call the interior PCB, which has got suppressors on it, and she seems to be running okay now without the risk of blowing a decoder or such like. So that's the Bachmann Fairburn tank. We'll stop both engines and take a look at detail. Running nicely on the lace decoder, which I've hardwired. And coming the other way is the Hornby Stania tank. It's just stopped there. I think it's an electrical connection down here that it goes over it, and it's a bit loose. But other than that, she's fine. No problems with her. She comes straight out of the box. There's no metal sandpipes on this that Hornby fitted on the Stania 264 tank, so you won't get that problem. Yeah, and that's running nicely. So this is all about tank engines of the former Midland region. They're both in the BR black, lime black, these engines, and as they would have done. I put the embellishments on them as well a while back. So yeah, I started this running session off about 11 o'clock this morning, 10, 11, after I've done my washing. Put my washing out, lovely day here. And I thought, oh yeah, just run these, and then all hell broke loose when that Fairburn tank decided to blow its decoder. And so now I'm going to have to go through all my Bachmann locos and remove all these metal sandpipes that are on there, because I know other engines have got them on there. They're coming off now, because that's going to happen again, and I can't keep sorting this problem out and rewiring and replacing decoders like this. Got to stop. And it's stupid of Bachmann to do that. Hornby don't do it. Why they chose to do it? I mean, it probably wouldn't affect DC because it's a different system. They don't blow decoders, they just short out. But those things are not suitable for DCC. The metal sandpipes that are near the wheel. So I just break them off. Get rid of them. Anyway, that's my little thing over. This spare motor doesn't fit in the cradle. I don't know if I mentioned that earlier, I can't remember. It's slightly smaller, but it's a good working spare. I've had it running. Now going in a nice bag for safekeeping. It might fit a pannier or something. Yeah. So we'll stop these now and just have a what you call a stand up look at the standstill look, or whatever, static look. That's the word I was after. They're hauling typical 3 and 4 coach local passenger trains. Whoa, right, stop that one. Let's get the Fairburn tank to stop as it comes round. We'll go over it. Slightly different. Fairburn, Howard Fairburn worked for the Midland Railway. And obviously Sir William Stanier, which is this creation, it was also Midland Railway origin. This has got the later BR crest, and this has got the early BR crest. Its number is 42468, and this is 42062. 2 of these Fairburn tanks are preserved, and they're running on the Lakeside and Hatherthwaite Railway up in Cumbria. So if you get a chance to go up there, go on that line. It's only about 3 or 4 miles. It's the old line down to the lake. It's isolated from the national network because they used part of the railway as a road, but never mind. The railway is still worth going on, what's left of it. And they've got 2 of these Fairburn tanks up there, plus other industrial engines. So you can see the difference between that and this. This is the Stanier 264 as well, also used for branch line and short freight work. Again, tank engine. Yeah, it does differ quite a lot. They've both got the round dome, single chimneys. What else is different? They look identical, but they're not. They've probably got let's have a look, see if there's any clues on there. That's 4. There's a little number 4 above the 42468, which is its route availability. What's the Fairburn saying? Oh, that's also a 4 as well. I think the Fairburn was slightly bigger. It certainly feels it. Have a look at those cylinders. Now have a look at the Stanier one. I think they're slightly smaller. So that had more tractive effort. That's got lining at the front there. That hasn't got lining there, whereas the Stanier has got lining just along the chassis running plate. Whether the real things did have that, I don't know. This has got the warning flashes on it as well, whereas the Stanier hasn't. But they're both very nice models. They've both got sprung buffers fitted to them. It's got lots of nice rivet detail on the tanks. It's all plastic mainly, apart from the chassis. I've added the drop cylinder drain cocks on this one. It probably needs some other bits added. I like the big metal silver buffers on this. What else? Yeah, it's got all the lamp brackets shown there. Let's have a look at the 42062. Quite nice. Again, the big buffers on it are nice. That one's got its vacuum brake pipe. I think that's bent around the wrong way, but never mind. It hasn't got coupling hook on it, or it has actually. So yeah, all the nice valve detail. So we'll set them off. Blimey, it's 9 minutes. We'll set these off, and actually, no, we'll leave it there. You've seen them running, and thanks for watching. Bye for now.